Hello everybody, Chris Rice Killatia here at PAX South 2020 at the GalaxyTrail booth here with Ashley. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you for asking.
No problem, and we're checking out on Petal Crash here behind us. Tell us a little bit about this puzzle game.
So Petal Crash is my new game. It's an action puzzle game, sort of inspired by the Japanese arcade puzzlers that were popular in the mid to late 90s. But it's not a clone of anything. Mechanically, it's actually completely unique. The way it works is you can slide a block any direction, and when the block will keep going until it hits something. And if it hits a block of the same color, it will blow up. So the idea is you want to burst as many of these blocks as you can, and when they burst, they actually push the blocks next to them, which can set off big chain reactions if you line them up right.
And if I understand, you pretty much did most of the programming for the game?
Yeah, this is another... I usually work solo, so this is pretty much a solo endeavor. I did basically everything, the art, the graphic design, the game design, the programming. I designed all the characters. I do have some help. My friend Ruby drew the cover art here. Michael Staple, who made some music for Grapple Force Arena, is making the soundtrack. And the character writing is done by Zach Morrison, who has a webcomic called Paranatural, which I'm a huge fan of. So we got a lot of really great talent coming together in this. I mean, I hope it's not too arrogant to count myself as a great talent, but the people I hired are all really good. I'm really excited for it all to come together.
Well, if you ask me, I think being able to program the pretty much game all by yourself a great talent.
I think making a game isn't really hard as much as it is time consuming. That's my opinion.
Tell about the different game mode that is available for this right now.
Okay, so what's being demoed right now is the versus mode, which is kind of like a tug of war. You're trying to clear more blocks than your opponent, and when you clear enough and fill the whole bar, it scores a hit. There's also a time trial mode where you just try to get a high score in limited time. There's turn trial, which is the same thing, but you have limited moves, but you can take all the time you want. There's a puzzle mode where you have a limited amount of moves to solve a preset puzzle, and you'll be able to make and share puzzles with your friends with a built-in puzzle editor. And there's a story mode where you pick one character, and you play a versus match against all the other ones. And the story mode's going to be great because every character is going to have their own story and their own interactions with all the other characters, and it's going to be really fun, I think.
Okay, so you announced this a few months back, so it's going to be a little bit of time before the game gets released. Do you have an estimate, and do you have an idea of which platforms you like to release it on?
Yes, actually. So I've been working on this since April. I worked on it in secret for most of the time and announced it a few months ago. It's going to be coming out this spring. It's going to be on Steam for PC, Mac, and Linux. And we also have a mobile version for iOS and Android where you can actually slide the blocks around just by touching them. And I think that's going to turn out a really fun way to play it.
If I may make a suggestion, a Nintendo Switch version if you get the chance.
Pardon?
A Nintendo Switch version?
If we get the chance. I've actually... the thing is... Sorry, I spaced out a bunch. But a Nintendo Switch version is possible if the PC and mobile version does well enough.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, Ashley, and we did have a good time with Petal Crash.
Thank you so much for dropping by.
No problem. And thank you for watching. Keep it here for more PAX South coverage.